Hi, I'm Laurie. I'm the Director of Development at Supportive Housing Coalition. Every day, I see this amazing group of dedicated people committed to one thing: keeping people housed and ending homelessness for good. I truly believe that the one thing we need to do as people, as a community, as a government, is to advocate for affordable, permanent, and safe housing for everyone. We have to ensure that everyone can have a home so they can take care of everything else in their lives: their physical, mental, and emotional health. It's a travesty that we have families that have to make decisions between food or health care and paying rent. It's a complex issue, but at the heart of it is knowing that housing is a fundamental human right. I am so proud to be part of an organization that believes that and works toward making housing possible.
Hello everyone, my name is Debbie Lozano and I am pleased to say that I am the property manager at Downtown at 700. I have been at Downtown 700 almost a year now, and I can say that this is the first time in my life that I don't feel like I'm going to a job. I'm actually going to somewhere that I love to go to every single day. My life here has changed quite a bit. I'm exposed daily to people that have experienced homelessness, mental illness, loss, and just really unfortunate circumstances in their life. Being able to provide a safe and permanent home for these individuals is extremely rewarding, and it's something that I look forward to every day. I never know what the day is going to be like. There's days that can be extremely difficult. One, because again, we work with people with mental illness, people that have experienced homelessness in their lives, and it's not always easy for them to transition into permanent housing. So with those individuals, it's sometimes a process, but we're here to provide as much support as we can to transition those individuals from being off the streets and into a place that they can call their own. I come here every day with pride that I get to be a part of these individuals' lives, to listen to their stories, and to make sure that they have safe, permanent housing for as long as it may work out for them. Thank you.
I think it's given them a place where they can be safe. I think it's given them a place where they can start to build or rebuild the rest of their lives. People often come in here and they don't have any sort of income, or they don't have a phone, they don't know how to access medical care, and they have a difficult time even keeping track of their possessions because it's just not safe out there. And here they can come in, we can help them work on getting an income, accessing medical care and all of that sort of thing. And from there, they at least have the foundation where they can sort of go and do whatever else they want to do.
Hi, my name is Martinez, SHC's Community Services Manager. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, SHC has continued to prioritize our mission of ending homelessness for good. Before the pandemic, our coordinators used to host community events intended to help participants and residents increase their quality of life by educating them on important topics and connecting them to necessary resources. So during the month of April, we actually mailed out information and resource materials to roughly 340 households in our program on a weekly basis, and we also distribute them to our resident sites by posting them directly to the doors of nearly 200 units.
Being the attention to detail type of person I might be, a review of the policies was in order, and we were able to utilize the homeless preference that we had already in place for that property to house actually one of my favorite residents there that has been there for about 3 years now, and his service dog, and they had previously been living in his car. And I've been there myself, so I know how that is. And when you're losing all hope in the world to be that light for somebody, when everything is so overwhelming at the time, I always strive to remember the obstacles that I dealt with and in my own experience there. So, and just knowing that homelessness can absolutely happen to anybody. My knowledge of our policies and procedures for our properties and SHC programs has been able to help me to help others, and I strive to do this as much as possible in my daily work.
Lives. I've been deeply touched by the donations last year from donors who bid on 3 furniture rooms at our annual luncheon last year. All those individuals with the winning bids donated that furniture back to our program participants. Seeing how grateful those individuals are for the rooms of furniture that they've received and how much that has really touched them and helped them feel comfortable and at home and feel a place of belonging really, to me, exemplifies what we do in trying to end homelessness forever.
I see and feel the impact of what Supportive Housing Coalition does every day for the community. In one particular instance I'm thinking about, a young lady came to us in 2018, I believe. She was about 23. Once she came to us and we were able to get her into housing, she was able to maintain her sobriety, reconnect with case managers, and stay on the steady path of what the expectations were for her probation. Ultimately, last year she graduated from probation. They asked her to be a peer advocate for the court, and she accepted that position. She regained custody of her 2 children, who are 4 and 3. We were able to, move her to a larger unit to accommodate her children. She's doing so well, and I know that if she didn't have housing, if she didn't have Supportive Housing Coalition, that she would probably not be in such a great place. I talk to her frequently. She's very, very thankful for what Supportive Housing Coalition has done for her and her family, and she's giving back to those right now in the court systems that need assistance and need comfort and direction in that peer support. So she's an absolute success story, and I'm very proud to say that Supportive Housing Coalition helped her achieve her goals to this date.
So the reason I wanted to work at SHC, I've always had a background in social justice. All of my jobs have kind of led me to service and to serving the people in my community. And when I saw that there was a position available at SHC, I was like, the stars are aligning. It's my dream job finally, because I've always wanted to work with people who are experiencing homelessness. That's always been my goal. So I did a lot of research before I applied, and I read about SHC's mission, and I felt like SHC's values really aligned with my personal values and my moral compass, and was really excited for the opportunity. So that's what brought me here, and I've been here for a little over a year now, and I've never had a boring day at work. Every day has been really interesting, and I love what I do. The work I do is really important to our community because, you can't drive around Albuquerque and not see the effects of homelessness in our community. You can see people experiencing homelessness all over, and by and large, we know from data that people of color are enormously affected by homelessness, and also people who are experiencing mental illness. And so I know that our work is important to our community because it's huge here. The stigma of mental illness is just now starting to go away, and people are having more conversations about it, but a lot of folks don't have access to healthcare or access to people who can really lift them up and support them and, remove those obstacles for them and show them that path. And that's what we do, is we try to remove those obstacles for people so that they can have stability and make healthier choices for the rest of their lives by connecting them to services. And it doesn't really get much more powerful than that.